Welcome to the Learning Quest channel. I'm your host Salim Akhtar Malik. Learning Quest is an educational channel that provides you quality learning on management and social sciences. It helps you in reinforcing your knowledge by adding to your learning that you gain in your respective university or college. You can get the transcripts or hard copies of the tutorials by contacting me on the email address flashed on the screen. These transcripts or hard copies are provided free of cost. You are requested to please subscribe to my channel. You are viewing Organizational Behavior Tutorial 8. In this tutorial, I'll talk to you about work teams. After viewing this tutorial, you will understand characteristics of work teams, comparison between team and group, types of teams, creating effective teams, turning individuals into team players, teams and quality management, and teams are not always the answer. Characteristics of work teams. Teams typically outperform individuals, use employee talents better, are more flexible and responsive to changes in the environment, facilitate employee involvement, are an effective way to democratize an organization and increase motivation. Here we do a comparison between team and group. A work team is a group whose individual efforts result in a performance that is greater than the sum of the individual inputs, whereas a work group is also a group, but it is a group that interacts primarily to share information and to make decisions to help each group member perform within his or her area of responsibility. Types of teams. There are problem-solving teams. These are groups of 5 to 12 employees from the same department who meet for a few hours each week to discuss ways of improving quality, efficiency, and the work environment. Then there are self-managed work teams. These are groups of 10 to 15 people who take on the responsibilities of their former supervisors. Cross-functional teams are employees from about the same hierarchical level, that is, they have the same level of jobs in the organization, but from different work areas who come together to accomplish a task. And these constitute task forces or committees within an organization. Virtual teams are the teams that use computer technology to tie together physically dispersed members in order to achieve a common goal. Characteristics of virtual teams. The absence of paraverbal and non-verbal cues. Now, paraverbal communication refers to the messages that are transmitted through the tone, pitch, and pacing of our voices. And non-verbal communication refers to body language. So, these aspects of communication are not there. The paraverbal communication and non-verbal communication is not used while deliberating upon the work of work teams. Then there is limited social context. They are official in nature and no personal touch is involved or encouraged. And finally, there is the ability to overcome time and space constraints. They can manage time better than the others. Next, we will talk about how to create effective teams, that is, effective work teams. First is the context. It should have adequate resources, leadership qualities, climate of trust, and performance evaluation and rewards. That is, rewards would be expected for good performance. Composition is based on ability, personality, roles and diversity, size, flexibility, and preference for teamwork. While creating effective work teams, work design should be such that it provides autonomy, that is, empowerment to the team members to perform their tasks. And skill variety means that variety of skills that are required to perform and accomplish the task should be available. Tasks should be clearly identified, and significance of each task should be understood by the team members. Process. A team always has a common purpose which should be drilled into them. Specific goals. They should understand team efficacy means that it should have the power to accomplish its task. And conflicts, the team should be able to carry out conflict resolution in case the conflict arises. And social loafing means the size of the team. While creating effective teams, we understand that group demography is the degree to which members of a group share a common demographic attribute, such as age, sex, race, educational level, or length of service in the organization, and the impact of this attribute on turnover. Cohorts are the individuals who, as part of a group, hold a common attribute. These are the colleagues. How to mold or how to turn individuals into team players. How to create a team. The challenges are overcoming individual resistance to team membership, countering the influence of individualistic cultures, and introducing teams in an organization that has historically valued individual achievement. Shaping team players. It involves selecting employees who can fulfill their team roles, training employees to become team players, and reworking the reward system to encourage cooperative efforts while continuing to recognize individual contributions. Teams and quality management. Team effectiveness and quality management requires that teams are small enough to be efficient and effective, are properly trained in required skills, allocated enough time to work on problems, are given the authority to resolve problems and take corrective action, have a designated champion or leader to call on when needed. Teams are not always the answer. There are three tests to see if a team fits the situation, and these are: is the work complex and is there a need for different perspectives? Does the work create a common purpose or set of goals for the group that is larger than the aggregate, that is the sum of the goals for individuals? And finally, are members of the group involved in independent tasks? That was all about work teams. In the next tutorial, that is organizational behavior tutorial 9, I'll talk to you about communication in context of organizational behavior. Till then, bye bye.